So loser goes home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Here we go. And good evening, SFL Nation. Welcome in to what is certain to be a fun night of Friday night football here, as we have a rematch from December the 5th as the Lexington Miners comes into Albuquerque to take on the Albuquerque Adams. My name is Cameron Duty with Charles Doherty. And Charles, great to be with you, my friend. Let's talk about the emphasis here. Winner of this game faces the winner of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia in the losers bracket semifinal on Monday, December the 18th. And the loser of tonight's game, both of tonight's games, Lexington, Albuquerque, and Pittsburgh and Philly, are eliminated. Charles, I welcome you in. Give me your insights on the game, my friend.
Cameron, Friday night, SFL Minor League. Who could ask for anything better? It's a grudge match, and it's also a survivor match. Last time these two met, Albuquerque was trounced by Lexington, 41-9. Tonight we're going to have a battle again. Loser goes home. I can't wait. Let's buckle up. Let's see these two teams fight it out.
It's going to be fun, folks. If you have a soft drink or some popcorn nearby, get ready and get set. Put your feet up. You're going to have some fun watching this great matchup tonight. SFLM action on YouTube starts now with the kickoff. And it is fielded. And he gets gang tackled there around the 30, which is where Albuquerque will start. Let's take a look at that offensive lineup real quickly here, folks. Albuquerque's offense, number 17 quarterback Roquan Dotts, number 33 halfback Pepe Sylvia, halfback number 45 Kane Hunter, the wide receivers number 10 Jonathan Haynes, and number 19 Darius Aniquez. Wide receiver number 87 Dalton Barker rounds them out. Two tight ends, number 80 Eddie Maddox and 82 Jacob Riley. Guard Brunter Grayjam, number 62, and the tackle Kate Palmer, number 67. That is the offense for Albuquerque as Dotts lines up under center from about the 31-yard line. Looking to go to the air, and he does so. Not much there, about a 3-yard pickup. That one was brought in by Darius Aniquez. Expect him to be a factor in tonight's game. The defense quickly, and then we will move on here. Defense number 90, defensive end Darko Young. Number 51, defensive tackle Brookie Burr, the rookie, or excuse me, the rookie there, I believe, our development player from Minnesota. Number 54, inside linebacker Jason Clay. The cornerback number 20, Kelly Key, and free safeties Big O Renfro, number 21, John Jones, 39, and Kev Say Jr., the strong safety, at 27. Dot under center. He throws that. It's complete.
Wow.
Once
What a
again,
pass.
what a pass. What a completion. Darius Aniquez for the first down.
Yeah, first couple plays, Cameron, we've seen the offensive line of the Adams just really given a good pocket for Dotts, and he's making him pay. I mean, you got to put some pressure on that quarterback, and so far, Grayjam and Palmer up front have been keeping them clean.
So they advance, 1st and 10 now. And those dark uniforms there, the black and the neon greens, they're glowing in the night here in Albuquerque. There's another throw. It's bobbled and dropped. That also intended for Aniquez.
The rule is if you got a mid on it, you should be able to bring it in. And I think he's just, kicking himself. He wasn't able to hold on to that.
And a good job of the Lexington defense to kind of stand up there and make sure he didn't have a second opportunity to reel that one in. 2nd down now. 2 men in the backfield. They send motion. Folks, that is Aniquez again. Moving to the left side.
By a bump on the line.
Third down, Lexington looking for a stop. Pressure is coming. Dots gets rid of it, and there's the completion once again to Darius Aniquez for the first down.
Yeah, Dots, another clean pocket there, had plenty of time through it where only Aniquez could get it, and they're moving the chains and they're threatening.
A big time third down completion on 3rd and 10. That sets up another first down here right about midfield, just past midfield at the 45-yard line in the enemy territory. 2 men to the right, 2 men in the backfield. Back to the air they go. And that one is going to be incomplete, but we've got a flag. Let's listen in to what the refs have to say. And pass interference there on the defense will move the ball up to the 34-yard line of Lexington. Let's take a look at it here, Charles.
Yeah, it looked like he was all over him. I mean, that's a good call, and they're moving the chains. That was a big mistake for the Miners. You know, you gotta know how to control that pass lane, and you know, hitting the cornerbacks here. They're going to watch it. They're going to throw it, and they've been calling it pretty tight tonight.
On first down to the air where we've yet to see a rushing play. Going deep, and I think we're going to get a second penalty of the same nature for pass interference here, and yes, we do. Again, going after it, intended for Aniquez, so the pressure getting to this defense to make a stop.
Yeah, Key looked like hit the receiver right when the ball was coming in, but maybe a little bit early. I mean, I don't know. It could have gone. I think it could have gone maybe either way, but the favor falls on Albuquerque, and they're threatening.
And just to recap, in the first matchup, it was Albuquerque who won decidedly 41-9 back on December the 5th. Right now, Lexington looking shaky on defense. Now Dots to pass. Complete. Guess who? Make the man miss. And another first down, 1st and goal. And it has been the Dots Darius show all night long.
And Dots has had plenty of time in that pocket. I mean, it hasn't broken down at all. That line of Albuquerque is really holding their own there, and you know they got to figure out something on the Miners side to put some pressure on that quarterback, or Dots is going to make them pay all night.
Now deep into the red zone here, inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Will Lexington be able to stiffen up, or will Albuquerque be able to walk this one in? Remember, the loser of today's game is out, and their SFLM season is over. Sending a man in motion. The handoff up the middle. Touchdown. Touchdown. Albuquerque. Pepe Sylvia with the TD.
Nice run by Sylvia, but you can't stop giving accolades to that offensive line for Albuquerque. I mean, they're do it on both types of plays, on pass and run. They're opening up holes on the run. They're protecting their quarterback on the pass. And again, Lexington Miners need to figure out a way to break things down on that offensive line.
Albuquerque strikes first. The extra point is up, and it is good. So Albuquerque pulls ahead early in this game. Still 7:29 remaining in the first quarter, and Lexington now going to have to find a way to respond.
Definitely. I mean, Albuquerque did it by the book. I mean, they've got to be high-fiving it with their offensive game plan on that first drive. Lexington has to answer. Lexington needs to respond to that slug in the mouth.
An end-over-end kick will be fielded for Lexington. It's across the 30, still moving, and brought down right about the 31-yard line, and that is Parrish who was bringing that return back. Now let's say hello to the Lexington offense. Quarterback number 17, Chad Moore. Halfback number 25, Deion James. The wide receivers, number 11, Ethan Flowers. Number 13, Alexander West. And number 16, C.J. Parrish. The two tight ends, 81, Dot Williams, and 86, Robert Henson Jr. The guard, number 65, Ova Yonda. And number 77, the tackle, Lamarcus Jamarcus, the fourth junior. And on first down, the run around left side, completely swarmed on the handoff there. That was Deion James trying to get around the edge. Could not do it. Second down.
Yeah, and Sonny Sky was waiting for him, the outside linebacker for the Adams. I mean, he's one of the big tacklers on that offensive offensive middle area in the linebacker set.
Man in motion here. That's Alexander West. Moore back to throw. Pressure coming. Nope. Plenty of time. Rolls out. And he had all day, and that one incomplete. Intended for Alexander West, which was the man that he sent in motion there. Just not able to come up with it.
The secondary of the Adams, I mean, they really blanketed the wide receivers there. I mean, you look at Chad Moore, plenty of time, couldn't find anybody open, gave just enough time for the pocket to start breaking down, and then he had to roll out, and everything went south from there.
On third down now. Now they got to go deep. Pretty much leaves you with a pass option. Pressure coming around the edge. Unloads it. It's a beautiful reception. And it is first down for the Miners as this drive stays alive.
Ethan Flowers just puts his arms out, brings it in. Chad Moore was getting tons of pressure, got rid of the ball. A veteran move by Chad Moore there to stay into the pocket and deliver a nice pass to the wide receiver, Ethan Flowers.
That's going to be a candidate for the nice hands catch of the day by Retroid. We will certainly go back to that. We may have a couple of those to look at in this game. I just have this feeling. 1st and 10 now. Lexington to throw again. Another completion. And now Lexington finding their rhythm. That's Alexander West on that reception.
It was like a comeback route, and number 20, Sullivan Tyson, wasn't expecting it. And nice delivery by Chad Moore. I mean, so far he's really showing that he's got the goods.
This Albuquerque defense going to have to straighten up just a little bit here, kind of stiffen up. We'll get to them, and we will mention those players after this snap. 1st and 10, Lexington now to the 39 of Albuquerque. Back to the air, complete bulldozers. Oh, man. What about that? What a great play. He's still on his feet. We thought he was going to get shoved out of bounds, but James stays inbounds for a couple of more yards.
Deion James caught that screen pass, hit the defender and said, "Get out of my way, young man. This is my field." Look at that. Holy smokes. What a great run after catch.
And a great response. A wonderful response by this Lexington offense. Let's look at the Albuquerque defense real quick. The defensive ends, number 55, Lindsey Thimpson. Number 66, Daterian Darshington. The outside linebacker, Sonny Sky, 52, and Ben Bowman, number 99. Free safety, Sullivan Tyson and Roscoe Jenkins. And strong safety, Dylan Bamsler. And that pass goes incomplete. 2nd down.
You had to get rid of that ball, and there wasn't anything in the middle. It could have been disastrous, but it fell. The ball fell the right way for Lexington on that play.
So Lexington now, after starting off a little bit sluggish, has found their rhythm and has a great drive going up to the 20-yard line here on 2nd down. And it is caught, and I believe that was the tight end on that one getting in on the action, although nothing there. That brings up 3rd down.
It looked like he was going to do a screen pass to Deion James, and Robert Henson just jumped the route and pulled it in.
3rd down, 5 minutes now remaining in this first quarter, halfway through the quarter. Moore to throw to the end zone, and just off the hands of an Albuquerque defender. That one was almost intercepted. That was Dylan Bamsler there that came up with that deflection. 4th down.
It was good deflection by Bamsler, but also not the best pass from Chad Moore. I mean, he's been showing a lot better in the previous plays.
So Albuquerque's defense stiffens up, and now that brings on the field goal attempt by Ian Degan. The kick is up, and it is good. So Lexington responding with a field goal to draw within 4. And you got to believe that was a really good offensive series by Lexington, but Albuquerque able to stiffen up and allow them to only have an opportunity at the field goal.
It looked like as they started getting closer to the end zone, Lexington was misfiring on their offensive plays. But the good news is they put some points on the board this early in the game. As long as you walk away with a field goal, I mean, you're keeping pace, but you got to maybe dig a little deeper.
Albuquerque now with the return. That is Jonathan Haynes on that return, and he gets out to the 32-yard line where they will set up shop. 4:46 left in the first.
Yeah, no complaints on the first drive by the Albuquerque Adams. I mean, we're going to see probably much of the same, and it's up to the Lexington Miners to show what they got on defense.
So they'll start on the 32-yard line. Albuquerque really got to be pleased with how that first drive went. The offensive line gave them plenty of time to look at both pass and run options. We will see if that happens once again on the second series. The handoff, running left side, and stopped after about 3 yards. That was Kane Hunter on the carry, second down.
Yeah, Kane Hunter, the second halfback on this team, gets a couple yards. Not bad for first down. I mean, not probably not a highlight reel, but you're moving the ball.
2nd and 7. Roquan Dot under center. The handoff, and it is completely snuffed out. What a play by this defense. Lexington Miners coming up and showing up on this series.
I think that was Spragan. I hope I got the name right. He was just waiting there, ready to lick that postage stamp and send it to the pain zone.
And that brings up 3rd down. Will Lexington hold here? Looking daylight and dark from that first drive, that's for sure. The pass, and it is off the hand. Looking for Aniquez, and that brings up 4th down. Albuquerque goes 3 and out. What a response by this Lexington defense, Charles.
Yeah, definitely. What a response. But they've been picking on 35 on the defense. Maybe they've seen something in the tape, but so far 35 is holding his own.
The punt. End over end here, and it is going to be fielded around the 20-yard line. Breaks a tackle across the 30, and that's where they will set up shop. That was Alexander West on that return.
I'm really looking forward to see what kind of adjustments the Lexington Miners made. I mean, they did pretty decently, but as they get closer into that red zone area, I think they need to look at a different play selection because last time they sputtered.
It'll be interesting to see if they go heavy pass or if they will rely on Dion James, who certainly can carry the workload for Lexington here. The important thing is, I think, to not get too pass happy. Chad Moore actually had 6 interceptions in that first meeting in December. The handoff to James. Cuts inside off of a block there, and he is going to get about 6, second down.
Yeah, nice 6-yard run. Good way to set up second down, 2nd and 4. Good way to build some confidence for that offensive line blocking as well.
Tight formation here on 2nd down. Chad Moore again under center, 2 men in the backfield. Looking run, it is run, and it is James. A nice pickup. Brings them to another first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Yeah, when you see a running back running as smoothly as Dion James has, you got to keep giving him the ball. I mean, just to see if the defense of the Adams can stop him.
Showing pressure. They bring pressure around the edge. Going to the air, and that is incomplete. Was looking to connect with Alexander West, but a nice defensive play by Albuquerque. That was Roscoe Jenkins who actually played interference there on that one, although legal when I say interference.
Yeah, Roscoe Jenkins said, "Don't try that on me, young man."
2nd down and 10 on the 41. Going to the air again. Pressure coming once more. That is tipped and almost intercepted. And that's a part that we want to mention, kind of bring up. As I said, Chad Moore did have those 6 interceptions in the previous matchup. That's something that they've had to work on this season. And on a big 3rd down here, you got to protect the football, but also you need to sling it downfield.
Yeah, Chad Moore's got to learn to use more touch on some of the plays, and that last one definitely needed a touch pass.
Stands in there and throws, and that's a completion. That's what you like to see, and a reception by number 84 for the Lexington Miners, and we have another set of down.
Yeah, this is a showcase on the way Chad Moore can throw. I mean, Cole ran a good route, but the timing from Chad Moore just got it there right at the right time when the wide receiver was turning back toward the quarterback and the ball was placed perfectly.
We talk about the development that we see as this season progresses, and that's something that Chad Moore has grown more comfortably at doing as we have progressed in this season. Again to the air, a nice completion, a little short route over the middle by C.J. Parrish. The reception there, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen flashes from Chad Moore. I mean, the last, he's got 9 interceptions in the season so far. I mean, some of them obviously he wants to take back, but he's shown flashes where I think some of the scouts in the league are really, really opening their eyes.
The give to James, and he's got room to run. Bulldozes ahead, knocks a defender down, and gets very close to that first down marker. They're going to mark him just short, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, if you're going to have a 3rd down, 3rd and 1, you can't complain. But both of these offensive lines for Lexington and Albuquerque are really doing some good blocking on run plays.
The crowd comes to their feet, cheering on the home defense. Can Lexington respond? Look at this. James takes the tackle and gets the first down as this drive will continue. 1:23 left in the first.
Yeah, feed it to James. I mean, feed him. They haven't shown an ability to stop him, so you keep going to that well until it's dry.
They send a tight end in motion. And a little toss, and James stopped in the backfield. The Albuquerque defense swarmed Deion James. He didn't even have a chance to get around the corner there.
Yeah, outside linebacker Sonny Sky said, "Okay, Charles, I just drained the well." They're not going to that anymore.
2nd and 12 now after that loss of 2. Clock still running here as we get through the final seconds of this first quarter. Pressure coming, stands in there and throws and delivers a spot. What a reception. C.J. Parrish coming up big time for the Lexington Miners. 1st down.
Another showcase of Chad Moore's throwing accuracy. He put it where only the wide receiver could catch it. If you put it any higher, the defensive back could have batted that down.
Also got to give a call to Parrish, who is able to just extend and kind of contort his body just enough to cradle that football and also to hold on to it during the big hit. 1st down. This will probably be the last play of the first quarter. Moore rolls out, and he fumbles. He's hit, and he fumbled.
Wow.
Luckily,
Henson.
Lexington. Yeah, Henson was there to come up with the fumble recovery. Wow, we are not short of drama in tonight's game, folks.
Definitely got some action going on there. I think that was Darshington that hit the quarterback and caused that fumble, but heads up play by the tight end Henson.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Albuquerque leads Lexington 7-3 in this elimination game. You're watching the SFLM on YouTube. Cameron Duty with Charles Doherty, and we are so glad to have you with us on what has been a fun game thus far. 1 quarter in the books. Lexington driving back down the field. They want to try to get a shot at taking this lead. More to pass. To the end zone. Completion. Threads the needle between 2 defenders. And Alexander West comes up big.
Chad Moore just put that. He threw the bread into a toaster oven from 50 yards. That was unbelievable. What accuracy Chad Moore is showing tonight.
You can almost feel the personal reasons for Moore wanting to come out and play so well against the team that really he struggled against. But today, a different showing, doing a fantastic job. Now the James around the right side, fighting. He's in for the touchdown.
Wow.
The Miners go ahead.
I mean, I've been talking about the run blocking on both sides, but on that one, it was the Deion James show. I mean, he got to the outside, had some interference by the defense, and he just strong-armed it all the way into the end zone.
Look at the replay. Watch. I love watching these type of run plays when the running back continues to just churn the legs, and you see, watch the legs and the feet work, and
right?
Just what a form of art that is.
Yeah, it shows a lot of power too.
Ian Degan on now for the extra point, looking to put Lexington up by 3. The kick is good. So an impressive series by Lexington. They have shown some muscle early in this game, and they now find themselves leading Albuquerque 10-7.
Yeah, way to build some confidence. Nice drive there. You know, they did some great passes, great runs. I mean, they got to be happy high-fiving it on the sidelines.
This kick will be returned.
Oh, he's going.
Makes a man miss and gets out to the 37-yard line. A really nice return set up by Jonathan Haynes, and that brings us to another series here by Albuquerque. Really excited to see what they have in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, great field position for Albuquerque to respond. And I mean, hats off to Jonathan Haynes for that great return.
A really interesting drive coming up, folks. The first series, Albuquerque easily marched down the field to get the early touchdown, but on their next set, they were stopped. It was a quick 3 and out. 1st and 10 on the 37. Raquan Dot back to pass. He has all day, and he finds his man, but deflection there by the Lexington defense coming up. That was a really nice play. Again, great defensive coverage. Lexington really showing up here.
Yeah, it looked like Dots kind of rushed it on that one. I don't know if the pocket was breaking down. I couldn't see it. It was a quick play, but wasn't the most accurate of throws. I know he's trying to shake that one off and move on to the next one.
On 2nd down. Dots. He throws complete. Barker coming up with the reception, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, he shook it off. Dots stood in there and just delivered a dime on that one.
So a big 3rd down. One man spread out to the left, 2 men in the backfield. It is a run play to Kane Hunter, lowers the shoulder, stays on his feet, breaks a tackle to the 30, across the 20. Are they going to catch him? To the goal line, touchdown, wow. Kane Hunter.
Smokes. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to get stuffed at the line, but he just powered through. I mean, you mentioned it on the last drive of the Miners, how the running back was just churning his legs, and you know, Hunter took a cue from that and just kept running through the line of Lexington, took it all the way to the house, and my gosh, what a great game for Friday night.
It felt as if he was just centimeters from touching that right knee down on the ground. Instead, he stayed up. What a great display of balance as well. Continued to churn the legs, and a response by the Albuquerque Adams puts them back on top in this game.
I think they've scored on both teams have scored on every possession. Am I right?
The extra point is good, and actually on that previous possession, Albuquerque was held to a 3 and out, so they come right back to the well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and they literally go nuclear with the rushing attack, and they take the lead, 14-10. With the kick. Now Lexington sitting there thinking, we just got the lead. Now we're playing from behind. This was a short kick, fielded across the 30, almost to the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Flowers with the return. And if you are Lexington, as we mentioned, Charles, what do you do here? You felt good about yourself. You just took the lead, and now you're again playing from behind.
Well, I mean, from an offensive standpoint, you just stick to the game plan at this point because you haven't really shown many mistakes. I mean, you just got to put have the defense of the Miners stand up and do what they got to do.
No need to panic. 1st and 10. They give it to their all-star halfback, Deion James.
There you go.
right, close to the sticks. They are going to give him the first down.
Wow.
And we've got a player down, and it is Darshington for Albuquerque, number 66. That is not what you want to see. Deterian Darshington down early in this game.
Yeah, that definitely turns the screws a little bit on the Adams for trying to put some pressure and sealing that outside against Deion James. So let's see how Albuquerque responds with that key injury.
One yard to gain here on second down. Moore under center. Two men in the backfield. The carry to James. He gets the first down, gets just enough right at the midfield stripe.
I mean, both of these, well, all three, I guess. There's two halfbacks on the Adams side, but all of these halfbacks have really been putting on a running clinic tonight.
If you're just tuning in, you better be glad you did. This is some fun football on a Friday night, folks. The pitch to James, bulldozes a defender, gets a couple of yards there. 2nd and 8. That's going to bring them up. As I said, they just crossed midfield here, so Lexington, again, doing a nice job getting some positive yards out of nothing.
Yeah, that was an angry run by Deion James, and he just forearmed Sonny Sky into the turf.
They go run again to the left side. James almost broke a tackle before getting hit head on. And we got a 3rd and 3 situation coming up. Folks, if you're liking the game so far, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. 3rd down. To throw,
wow,
complete.
Nice.
A great reception. Alexander West, he's off to the races, to the 20, to the 10. Stiff arms the man before getting pushed out of bounds. 1st and goal, and like you said, Charles, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They're sticking to the game plan, and so far it's working.
Yeah, it looked like West did a drag route across the middle, and the halfback, the linebacker, I think missed a read there, and West was wide open. And props to Chad Moore for seeing that, dumping it off to Alexander West, and when he got the ball, it was just magic. Nice run after catch, way to put them in 1st and goal.
Closing in on 7 minutes left in this first half, and Lexington threatening to take the lead once again on what's been a back-and-forth game is really only the best way you can describe it. Now the handoff to the right side, powering inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line goes Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I mean, you got to be happy for Lexington when your second string running back comes in there and contributes like that. Nice ability to give Deion James a breather.
2 men in the backfield. 1 receiver out, spread to the left. The handoff to James. He has to run. He is being dragged down from behind. You could almost sense that he could tell that there was somebody hot on his heels, Charles.
Yeah, that was great tackling by the Adams. I mean, I thought he was going to be able to power into that end zone, but the linebacker held on and just did not let go, brought him down.
3rd and goal. Can Albuquerque get off the field? The handoff to James, and he is going to be stopped just short. That was a massive play by the Albuquerque defense.
That was massive. I mean, they needed that, and the defense responded. They were not going to let the running back, Deion James, get in the end zone on that one. Heads-up play, way to execute.
So Ian Degan on for the 18-yard field goal attempt. The kick is good. They draw within 1. Certainly great to put points on the board, but probably not what they were looking for considering how well that drive was going.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're keeping pace with one another, so you're only down by 1. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but, it's better than walking away with nothing.
And it is now a 1-point game as Albuquerque gets the football back here. They'll bring it out. Crosses the 20. and it's taken down at the 34-yard line. Folks, we want to give you a score update on the other game that's taking place on their SFLM YouTube channels. Pittsburgh leading Philadelphia 35-6. That is in the third quarter, 7:15 left to play in the third. Pittsburgh, and we have another score update. Philadelphia just scored as we were mentioning this, so now it is 35-13. So Philadelphia gets on the board, draws a little bit closer. Still got some work to do, though. 35-13, the score in the other game on our SFLM channel. Now, 1st and 10 is Roquan Dots under center. Aniquez again in motion. They're using him in motion a lot in this game tonight. Plenty of time in the pocket. The reception and a first down. And who else? We mentioned it, Darius Aniquez.
Yeah, another drag route run, and just as effective. Aniquez was past the linebacker, crossed over that zone, and was just able to be where he needed to be, and heads-up play by Dots for delivering the ball.
Lexington struggling to get a bead on Darius Aniquez, who has really been a thorn in the side of a lot of defenses in the game, in the games that's been played this season for sure. And he goes in motion again here. Dots with plenty of time, and the pass is deflected, bobbled, and falls to the ground harmlessly. Nice defense by Lexington on that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened on that play. It didn't look like the wide receiver was able to break out of that route under the next level, and maybe an early pass by the quarterback, Roquan Dots, and not the most prettiest play you'll see on the offensive side.
2nd and 10, and again a man goes in motion. This time it's Jonathan Haynes. Dots with time, finds Aniquez over the middle, and he is going to be stopped on a short route, 3rd and 6.
I mean, Aniquez is running routes like a tight end, right across the middle in that short area in the middle, and where the linebackers like to light you up.
Third down, Dots to throw. Again, all day to look. He finds his man. And who else?
Yeah, Aniquez decided, hey, I'm going to run a little bit deeper route on this play and show you how it's done. And plenty of time. Hats off to the offensive line of Albuquerque, especially Brunter Grayjam, my son-in-law.
You can't say enough about the job that this offensive line is doing. Roquan Dots had enough time to throw a microwavable dinner in, set it for about 2 minutes and a half, and check on it before he has to deliver the pass. 4 minutes left in this first half. The throw complete to Aniquez. He had to go a little low to get that one to bring it in, and the defender is right on top of him.
All right, this drive has been the Dots and Aniquez show. I mean, Aniquez is open, and, it's just a simple, hey, I got to look around and see where Aniquez is. From Dot's standpoint, I'm just going to get the ball to him. Good things will happen.
Aniquez again in motion here. To the bottom of your screen now. Going for Aniquez. He's wide.
There you go.
Touchdown, Albuquerque Adams.
I mean, this is just insane. It was almost like they were setting them up for it, Cameron. At the beginning of the drive, there was the drag routes, short routes to Aniquez, lull him into that false sense of, hey, Aniquez is only doing the short routes. Then he goes deep and burns him for the touchdown.
I believe it was a famous football player that just recently said, just throw it up. He knows he's going to be down there somewhere. Well, in this case, it's Darius Aniquez. Roquan Dots knows to just throw it up, and he's going to be down there to come up with the reception. The extra point is good, and Albuquerque extends their lead now. And with 3:22 left in this first half, Lexington does have an opportunity to control the clock heading into halftime here if they can sustain a drive.
I mean, they got plenty of time, Cameron. I mean, 3 minutes, 22 seconds. I mean, they've shown that they're able to drive down the field. I mean, just more of what they're doing. Don't panic. You know, you'll get some points on the board and, you know, keep this tight.
This will be set up at the 35-yard line as they will get ready to, as you say, really mount a comeback here down by a touchdown. And as we said, 3:19 left in this first half. No reason at all why they can't take their time and methodically work their way down the field, which they are so good at doing. Chad Moore under center, 2 wide receivers. He goes to the air, and that is tipped, and it is all but intercepted. A fantastic play by Roscoe Jenkins, the free safety.
Yeah, I think he's hit himself. I think he had that, but you know, just enough to break it up. And wow, I mean, not the best pass by Chad Moore, but you know, he's hot and cold, and on that particular play, you know, not so hot.
This time he will send a man in motion. That is C.J. Parrish. Pressure coming. He throws. It is tipped, batted, not intercepted again, but another defensive play. A fantastic job by Ben Bowman this time of Albuquerque.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 3 interceptions so far in this SFL minor league season. And he had great coverage there and was able to deflect that pass.
Interesting to see that they have went away from that running attack of Deion James that had been working so well for them on 1st and 2nd down. On 3rd down, they pass. Looking deep for a man, and It is a great reception. Ethan Flowers pulling that one in for a 1st down to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, great catch by Flowers, but I got to tip the cap to Chad Moore on that one. I mean, there's some upsies and downsies on this series, but this one was on the upside. I mean, great way to stay in that pocket. It looked like we're starting to break down and delivered a strike.
A perfect delivery on that crossing route, like you mentioned. He delivered that one right when the receiver was getting just a step ahead of the defender. So Flowers comes up big, 1st down, the ball right at midfield. They go back to James, I believe it is, and he gets 1 yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, sunny sky on the stop, but hey, you can't complain running Deion James on that play. I mean, you only got a yard, but you got to keep the defense honest, have them guessing.
2:20 left in this first half. It's been an action-packed, exciting first half, and we're far from over. James with the run. Misses a tackle. He has to get gang tackled to be brought down. The legs were churning. He was just about to break that one open. 3rd and 3 now.
A lot of churning legs tonight, Cameron. that was a good run. I mean, setting them up for a 3rd and 3.
2 minutes left in an exciting first half of action. Lexington and Albuquerque giving us a wonderful show tonight on YouTube. On the 42-yard line. Short yardage situation they give to James. He misses a tackle. He gets the 1st down, stays on his feet, and gets some additional yardage. That's the type of ground and pound run that they are so good at.
I love that play call. I mean, I love that formation. Execution was perfect. Just setting up Deion James. The blocking on the edge was just what was needed for Deion James to hit that and get extra yards. I mean, I want to see that play again.
Something that James is really good at is making that cut back inside when he has a block out in front of him, and he just does that little shimmy, and it makes such a difference in his run game. 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line. Moving once again to James. This time he changes directions and will just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we've got a player down. That's Bowman.
That's Ben Bowman. Oh, no. That's the big outside linebacker.
It is, and the 2nd defensive player for Albuquerque to go down this half, and certainly not what you want to see right there if you're Albuquerque. We don't want to see that at all. And hopefully he can get back into the game. Take a look at James' stats, 17 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown. And I feel like he's just getting started. Chad Moore back to pass. That is almost intercepted. Dangerous throw. A good job by Albuquerque, and Dylan Bamsler almost was going to have a great shot at intercepting that one and taking it back to the house. He would have been gone.
Yeah, I think C.J. Parrish had a step on the defender. I mean, that was another instance where you need to put a little touch on that ball, and Chad Moore was to do that. I think we would have been looking at maybe some points on the board.
Moore going to step up and run, use those feet, spin move, and he is going to get dragged down behind the sticks. That's going to bring up a 4th and 4.
Well, I mean, didn't get the first down, but heads-up play by Chad Moore to advance the ball and help the kicker out and make it a little closer to the field goal.
Ian Dagan on to attempt another another field goal attempt, 40-yard attempt. Certainly his longest of the night. They'll let the clock run. Albuquerque content to not use a timeout. The kick is up, and it is good. So Ian Dagan, good from long yardage distance. And that's what you want to see if you're Lexington. Continue to put points up and draw close. They're within 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a field goal, but you're putting points on the board. You know, it's only a handful of points behind, and it's just one turnover, to get the ball back and change the outcome of the game.
Now, this will be certainly very interesting to see. Albuquerque will get a chance to return this kick and have some time left over, about a minute or so left to work with. We will be anxious to see just how aggressive they are going to be as they take a knee in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line.
I mean, I think that smart, deep kick into the end zone. You don't want to give the special teams of Lexington Miners a chance to make a turnover. Just bring it out to the 20 and just operate your 2-minute offense.
1st and 10, and they have both of their wide receivers now at the top of the screen over to the left side. They'll go to the air. Roquan Dotson, that pass is complete to Aniquez. He gets about 6.
Yep.
We're
seeing it again, Cameron. We're seeing it again. Aniquez, they're setting them up with those short passes. Next thing you know, they're going to send them deep.
And take a look at that. 10 receptions, 106 yards. We haven't even made it to halftime yet, folks. 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. Albuquerque going to let it wind down here. And they go run this time.
There you go. Holy smokes.
Nice run to the right side. That's going to be a 1st down, and we will see Pepe Sylvia was the guy on the carry right there, and they're just going to be content, I believe, to let this go into the half. I don't foresee them taking the snap. I could be wrong, of course. 5 seconds, and they do. They give it to Sylvia. He's still going. He shakes a tackle and is finally brought down. That looked like that was about to be dangerous before Lexington was able to wrap him up. And that brings us to the end of the first half. We hope you have had as much fun as we have watching this great matchup between Albuquerque and Lexington. Albuquerque leading 21-16, and let's mention the winner of this game advances to the winner of the Pittsburgh and Philadelphia game for the losers bracket semifinal on Monday. The loser of this game goes home. Take us through that first half, Charles.
Well, I think that both offensive lines really did a stand-up job. If I was the defensive coordinator on either Albuquerque or Lexington, I would try to figure out a way to put some pressure on those quarterbacks because they've been pretty clean all night. I don't think I've seen any sacks. So put some pressure on the quarterback. Also put a man on Aniquez on the Adams because he's been pretty much running at will out there wide open.
Yeah, Aniquez's uniform looked pretty much as clean as it was at the beginning. He has had a good day running routes and really not been very physical or challenging for him at the moment. They've let him have his way. We will see if that continues as we head into this second half, folks. Third quarter getting ready to start, and we thank you for being here with us. With my partner, Charles Dougherty, my name is Cameron Duty, and we are set to go for third quarter action of the SFLM on YouTube. This one will be returned.
Nice run, Parrish.
Parrish has a good run. Oh, he's doing well. Doing well. A couple men to beat. He stays in bounds until finally getting shoved out. I believe that was the kicker who shoved him out, but not before he gets into Albuquerque territory. That's a great way to start the third quarter if you're Lexington.
Yeah, that's a way to fire up the offense. I mean, you're putting them in great position, nice run, nice blocking in the middle there, able to allow Parrish to spring to the outside and just show what he can do when he's got the ball.
So Lexington, you talk about Lexington needing to contain and really maintain that momentum that they had that first half. They have had to play from behind a couple of series. They've had to lead a couple of times, but now they find themselves at their biggest margin, down by 8. They have drawn within 5, and this is a great way to start to see if they can get some more points on the board and really take this thing to the end zone for 6. On first down, Deion James, he's getting warmed up, but that defense, a brutal defense, stops him in his tracks.
I thought that was going to be one of those first down runs, but the defense of the Adams just, I mean, I think that was the safety that came up there and just did an open field tackle, and that's hard to do against Deion James.
2nd and 9, 1 receiver to either side, 2 men in the backfield. They go back to the air, and nobody is home. It would seem to me that there was some miscommunication on that route.
Yeah, I don't know if I think he was intending that pass to Ethan Flowers, but he got caught up in a square dance there in the middle of the field.
And that quickly brings up 3rd and 9 now. After that good kick return, Lexington not able to go anywhere just yet. They're forced to go back to the air. This time it's complete to Parrish. Parrish now doing a wonderful job. I guess you would say he has the answer to Albuquerque's Aniquez, doing it all, kick returns and nice receptions.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this replay. Plenty of time for Chad Moore, and just delivers another strike. I mean, when he is on fire.
I have to say, I think that is considered a nice hands catch, brought to you by Richroyd. Put a Richroyd handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. First down, man in motion for Lexington. That's Alexander West. Give to James. He runs left side, and a bruising tackle this time by Albuquerque.
Sunny Sky, great open field tackle. He just lowered the boom and just brought down James. That was a great tackle.
I think it's clear to see that this defensive attack is intent on containing James and forcing Chad Moore to have to go to the air much more often in this second half. 2nd and 10 now for Lexington. They give again to James. This time he has some room to run. Lowers his shoulders and his helmet, and he gets a few more yards, brings up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the defense of the Adams are showing some great open field tackle. I mean, Bamsler on that one, and I think that, what was the last one? Sunny Sky. I mean, they've been so far holding Deion James here. Big 3rd down.
3rd down, Moore. This time the pass is complete, but he will not advance. That was Parrish on the reception, and he'll be stopped a yard short on 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, one of these defenses needs to step up and cause a turnover, make a big play, and the Adams did it on this one, stopped them on 4th and 1. Making a 4th and 1, excuse me.
$2 super chat. Ray Colston says, go Silent C, smash that like button. That's right. Smash that like button if you are enjoying today's action. Ian Degan back on again to attempt the field goal, and he is perfect tonight. And Lexington within 2.
You couldn't ask for a better game. 2 points between the two of them. I mean, they're fighting it out. Again, loser goes home. What a game for the Friday Night Lights, Cameron.
To be honest, this was what we hoped to see. We certainly were afraid that we might get a repeat of the first matchup, which was an easy victory for Albuquerque, 41-9 in that matchup. Instead, you can tell that both teams have played each other. They have grown as well, and this is the result. A great football game. A 2-point difference, as we mentioned. Albuquerque getting the ball back. They will start on the 34-yard line.
Yeah, a decent return by Jonathan Haynes. We've got to see Roquan Dots and Aniquez and see if they still got that magic here in the second half.
We've got a score update for you. Pittsburgh still leads Philadelphia. The score now, Pittsburgh 45, Philadelphia 27. There are 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And again, let's remember, the winner of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia plays the winner of tonight's game that you're currently watching, Lexington and Albuquerque, and the losers go home. Dot with pressure this time in his face, but he delivers a shot and a flag.
Wow. Aniquez, I mean, Aniquez is putting on a show there, but also what great protection for Dots back there. He had plenty of time. They sent two blitzers in on that one, and the offensive line handled it.
They also get the defensive pass interference, which is something we have seen every time that they have been penalized for that. Lexington I'm speaking of, it's been against Aniquez. They are trying to get in there, disrupt the flow that they have, but they're getting a little too eager, and you're seeing the result of that. 1st and 10 now. Dots back to pass, going for Aniquez again, right at the sticks, and they're going to give him the first.
I mean, they got to do something, Cameron. Bump him at the line. I don't know, take his milk money, something to keep him off his game.
So far, he has been completely unfazed, unrattled. Take a look at this nice little route here. That time he just backed into it.
I mean, it looked like the defensive back was trying to get physical, but, I mean, you're looking at Aniquez at 6'2", 220. I mean, that's kind of beefy for a wide receiver.
So a fresh set of downs at the 41-yard line of Lexington's. Now with the run to the left side, and Sylvia is stopped after a gain of 2.
Yeah, I mean, they set that edge. They were waiting for Sylvia, but, something has to happen here for the Miners defense. It's time for them to, step up, maybe make a turnover, do something, tackle for a loss, something.
Second and 8. With the run, Kane Hunter, look at that little shimmy move, a little stutter step, and he's going to get close to the first down. What a play.
I mean, that was Barry Sanders-esque. I mean, I don't want to overplay it, but that was a nice little juke move there to get those extra yards.
Well, we've been talking about Deion James and the game he's had, but look at Kane Hunter, 63 yards and continuing to pound the rock. 3rd and inches here at Lexington, needing a stop desperately. They go with the run, and they get in there, but Kane Hunter, he keeps going. Great effort to get past the sticks and then some for the first down.
I mean, he is a big running back as well at 235. I mean, it's hard to tackle him one-on-one. You got to get a couple extra of your fellas in there to help you out.
Well, that Lexington defense, they timed it just right and pounced the offensive line, but a little too late. Kane Hunter was on the move. 1st and 10 on a fast-moving third quarter, folks. Already down to about 5 minutes. Dots stands in there, finds Aniquez, and he is brought down. That may be the first time he's been brought down in his tracks all game.
I mean, they've been using that drag route all night, and again, the offensive line is just keeping the defensive line of the Miners at bay. I mean, you've got Darko Young and Brookie Burr on the Miners that they're no slouches, and they're not able to get to the quarterback.
Dot, plenty of time once more. Looking deep. Oh, intercepted. Boy, that would have been huge. Nevertheless, it is a nice defensive play by Lexington. Big O Renfro on that one.
Yeah, Big O Renfro had it in his mitts, and this is the time of the game where you got to start capitalizing on that. It touches your mitts. You need to hold on to it.
3rd and 8. The Miners looking for their biggest stop of the night here. Dots all day long. He goes deep and it's caught.
Ooh.
And who else?
Holy
Darius
smoke.
Aniquez. What a gutsy pass on third down. Touchdown, Albuquerque.
I mean, Aniquez has been having his way. Any route he runs has been, money. They decided to send 3 defensive linemen to try and pressure Dots, and it didn't work at all. They thought they were going to be able to get tight coverage, but you can't do that when Aniquez is running those routes like that, and he's just showing some strength in the middle.
And how can you not nominate that as well for the nice hands catch? Once again, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. The extra point is good, and Albuquerque flexing a little bit of muscle now as they have a 9-point lead in this game.
Yeah, what an impressive drive. I mean, this is the time where Lexington has to do something. They have to do something to turn the momentum around and get control of this game.
This kick will be returned from the goal line. That is Parrish. Takes a man down. I mean, physical. Gets out to the 29-yard line. What a fun game we've had today, Charles. What do you anticipate on this drive? Should Lexington change things up or continue to pound the rock and mix in some pass or two in the meanwhile?
Well, I mean, Deion James has been effective when they give him the ball. I mean, I would maybe try a little short routes for Deion James, see what he can do on the passing game. But Chad Moore, he's got to be a little more consistent on his accuracy.
Lexington down by 9. Desperately needing to get to the end zone. That was a shot, a nice attempt at trying to get a break downfield. It will fall incomplete, intended for Dot Williams.
I mean, Dot Williams, it hit him. He should have held on to it, but Chad Moore just, he did a ballistic missile speed. Again, it goes back to the comment. He's got to put a little touch on those balls, and if you put a little touch on that pass, I think we'd be singing a different tune.
Lexington now 2 wide receivers lined up to the right. They give it to James. He fights for every inch, and he gets about 5, brings up 3rd and 5.
At 3rd and 5, I mean, you got your whole arsenal here on 3rd and 5, but at this point of the game, you gotta capitalize, get a first down.
And this is big. 3rd and 5, you're down by 9. You want to keep the drive alive, knowing that you desperately need to get in the end zone, if at all possible. Moore, back to pass, plenty of time. Great job by the offensive line. He has all day. He lets it go, and off the hands of the intended receiver. That is 4th down.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of options for Chad Moore there. I mean, but he stood in the pocket, he rolled the dice a little bit, tried to get it to C.J. Parrish, but Parrish was blanketed by that secondary of the Adams.
Yeah, Sullivan Tyson, the one who was able to knock that one away, and Lexington will go 3 and out. And they punt. The punt is clean, and it will be fielded. That was Aniquez on that return, and they'll set up shop at the 38-yard line.
Now's the time. I mean, the Miners defense has to do something. I mean, there's plenty of time left in the game, but you can't let Albuquerque score. They got to do something to get that ball back in the hands of their quarterback, Chad Moore.
Albuquerque now certainly got to feel the momentum starting to shift in their favor. Dot back to pass. Plenty of time, and Aniquez down the middle. And we feel like we're just, in my opinion, we're just about a play or two away from Albuquerque taking this game over.
Yeah, I mean, they sent looked like they sent the entire house to try and tackle the quarterback there, but that's dangerous when you got a route runner like Aniquez.
Great points indeed. You try to send the house to put pressure on the quarterback, but when you got, as you said, a speedy guy such as Aniquez, if you can't get to the quarterback, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Another first down for Albuquerque, already past midfield. Aniquez in motion. Keep your eye on him. Play clock down to 5. The toss to Sylvia and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progress of a yard. 2nd and 9.
You know, not to be too critical, Cameron, but it looked like Sylvia should have maybe jumped outside on the initial part of the play when he got the ball. I mean, he went in and it was clearly locked down. I mean, if he would have started outside, I think we'd had a different game.
Sylvia this time hurdling a couple of defenders, I guess you would say there, or at least trying to wrap up 3rd and 4. So here's that big stop that they were hoping to get. This is their chance to pounce on it.
Let's see if they can touch the quarterback. So far, he's been clean.
Albuquerque has been so good at 3rd downs in today's game. Will they do it once more? Plenty of time, and that is complete. The middle left just about wide open for Maddox, and that is Eddie Maddox, as a matter of fact, his first catch of the day.
I mean, Dots can set up an omelet station back there in the backfield. He's got plenty of time.
And so the drive continues. Dots, take a look at his pass distribution. It's at 27 yards to the left, the middle and to the right side. He has been busy all day long. 2 men again lined up to the right side, if you'll notice. And 2 men in the backfield here. They go run. Sylvia plows ahead, gets 2, 2nd and 8.
Again, I mean, the offensive line of the Albuquerque Adams is just totally controlling the line. They got to do something on the Lexington side to put that offensive line off balance.
And very rarely today, as you mentioned, have we seen any negative yardage out of Albuquerque. Just a good, solid day, as you said, anchored by that offensive line. Now Maddox goes in motion from right to left. They hand it off again to Sylvia.
Block on the edge.
This is the tackle.
Holy smokes.
Gets a couple more. 3rd and 4. Again, an opportunity for Lexington here to pounce.
I don't know who 32 is on the Albuquerque Adams, but he just set that edge up and set Pepe Sylvia up for a great run. The fullback, I guess that's the fullback.
And on 3rd down. They go to the air. Dots, plenty of time again all day long. Finds his man.
Oh, nice.
What a nice job. A defensive play right there by Lexington coming up. That is big old Renfro to swat that one away.
Well, we've been talking about it all night, and Renfro stood up there and did what he needed to do. I think they're in field goal range, but still, it's keeping them out of the end zone.
He came in like a heat-seeking missile, knowing that he had to jar that bar loose, and that he did. A great defensive play. The field goal attempt is up. It's curving, but it's wide right.
All right.
Wide right, and Albuquerque now not able to put points up on the board. Take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a good snap, good placement. I don't know what happened, but, you know, the football gods smiled on Lexington on that one, and they have a good position here to put some points on the board and close the gap.
It looked as if it was going to start curving back towards the goalpost in maybe a last-ditch curve inside and up between the posts, but no, it went wide right, and therefore Lexington still has a pulse. Man in motion, that's Parrish. First and 10, Chad Moore to throw, complete. Nice. He's got room to run as well.
What?
A nice reception by Dot Williams, and that's a first down. Beautiful play.
Yeah, nice pass, nice touch. I mean, I've been riding Chad Moore on his touch throws, but there he just told me to shut the heck up and got it to Dot Williams and got a nice game.
I love how the big man just kind of turned on the spot with that heel and cut upfield and got extra yardage. Great play by Lexington. Folks, you know that this means a lot to them. Obviously, it's win or go home, and they're not through fighting yet. First and 10, Lexington. They give it to James, left side. Bulldozers ahead, a gain of 5.
Yeah, keep giving it. I think at this point, keep giving it to them. You gotta have a mix in your pass and runs to keep the defense honest.
Folks, get your fours ready. We're coming down to the final quarter. Fourth quarter, Albuquerque in the lead, but Lexington looking to draw near. Winner moves on. The loser goes home. You're watching the SFLM on YouTube. With my partner, Charles Dougherty, Cameron Duty. So excited to be with you all for this exciting game, this fourth quarter. A lot could still happen, folks. This one is not over by a long shot. The give to James. He had room to run. He got stood up by his own offensive lineman, and then the defense pounced.
That was a nice stop. That was a great stop. That Albuquerque, just made that was a statement tackle.
And 3rd and 4. The crowd now, the home team, Albuquerque, their fans come to their feet, try to cause a little disturbance for Chad Moore in this Lexington offense. They go to the air, pressure coming around the edge. He's going to step up. He's going to get the first down. He slides, and what a great job by Chad Moore. We really can't say enough about how well he has done in this game today.
Yeah, heads-up play by Chad Moore. Didn't see anything downfield. The pocket was starting to break down, and he did the right move. Got it past the chains. Didn't try to be a hero. Just slid and lived to play another game and got a first down for it.
The drive continues. As we said, folks, this game drawing nearer to a close. You feel the emotion. You feel the intensity. As we said, the teams will continue to fight. If they win, if they lose, it's home for another season. James with a tough run. Again, he's been really putting the head down. 2nd and 4 by Deion James.
Yeah, nice blocking up front by the offensive line for Lexington. If Deion James, I think if he would have taken a step outside a little bit, I think we would have been looking at a first down, but nonetheless, a great run.
2nd and 4 from the 30-yard line. They give it to James again. He cuts back inside, absolutely obliterates a defender and gets the first down.
Wow. James he is angry. I mean, he says, "Come on, fellas, we got to put some points on the board," and he's just hitting anybody in front of him.
These are some mad runs, like you said. I mean, he is full of maybe even a little bit of frustration, but he's feeding into that and really carrying this team on his back right now. 1st and 10, more time, but he's got pressure coming. He takes off to run. He gets. He had room to run, and
Alexander West. Come on now.
Yeah.
Alexander West we would have been looking at a first down, but Alexander West got in his way.
He does manage to get a gain of 4, which was certainly better than what was approaching behind.
That's
they were
true.
hot on his
That's
heel.
true.
So 2nd and 6 now, as you said, another positive yardage play, another fight to stay alive. A man in motion, that's Robert Henson Jr. now moving from right to left. The give to James, and he had stopped. He gets 2 yards. That's going to bring up a tricky 3rd and 4 here. Charles, I'll ask you, 3rd and 4, you can run or pass. What do you do here?
I mean, I think it's I think it's pretty easy at this point. I think you look for a drag route. I mean, Albuquerque's been doing that all night. I think you need to copy them. Do a drag route to one of your wide receivers.
Dot Williams now moves over to the far side. They go to the air. They go to the end zone. And he throws he way overthrown his man there. Or Dot Williams, I believe, was the intended receiver. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, it looked like he got hit by Roscoe Jenkins, the free safety, and just took him off his route. And that was another ballistic missile thrown by Chad Moore.
No disrespect meant at all to Ian Degan and the great job that he has done, but Lexington certainly needed a touchdown there. Now, this will help them, a 35-yard attempt. Degan has been perfect tonight. So this is important, folks, if they can continue to put points on the board. It is up. It is no good.
Oh, no. D.
Oh. Take a look at the replay.
It looked like a nice snap, nice hold. I thought, like you said on the last missed field goal, you thought I was going to curve in. I mean, this one, it looked like it was going to curve in, but it just didn't. And my gosh, Lexington needed to get those points on the board.
They did, and that was a long, extended drive that, and I can say it really started to take a lot of time off the clock. And for a team like Albuquerque right now, who can control the time of possession, if they're lucky, Lexington may get the ball back. One time, maybe two, just depends on what their defense can do and if they can get Albuquerque off the field here. Big, crucial, significant play right there with that missed field goal. The handoff to Kane Hunter, and he is stopped after 6.
Yeah, that's at this point, it's, if I were Albuquerque, I mean, you've got 2 stud running backs there between Sylvia and Hunter. Mix it up between the 2 of them and the short drag routes by Aniquez, and I think he got this game.
2nd and 4, 6:46 remaining in this game. That time, though, Sylvia absolutely stopped behind the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to give him forward progress. It's going to keep it at 3rd and 5. But, man, if that defense didn't do a nice job of getting in the backfield.
Oh, they did. I mean, they're starting to get a little angry there on that line. They needed to do something, and I thought that was for a loss. I mean, that was a healthy spot.
3rd and 5 now. Can the defense get some pressure and keep these wide receivers at bay? The throw complete to guess who? There is Aniquez, and this drive continues. 1st down.
I mean, they got to figure out some way to stop that man. I mean, he's just running routes at will, and they haven't shown an ability to cover him. I mean, they got to do something.
Take a look at the speed as Kelly Key was completely beat off the line, and those stats are staggering. 16 receptions, 191 yards, and that's 11.9, almost 12 yards on a reception. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 now for Albuquerque. The toss left side, Kane Hunter still going, still fighting, still churning, and gets 9.
What a run. I mean, that right there is the textbook power run, brought to you by Kane Hunter.
And if it hadn't been from big old Renfro literally riding him down, he would have kept running too.
Holy smokes.
Jonathan Haynes in the chat, Aniquez down there somewhere. That's right, we talked about that earlier. Just throw it up and Aniquez will find it. What do they do here on 2nd and 1? Time running down now in this season for Lexington. They need a stop. And another 1st down, just enough by Pepe Sylvia.
I mean, what luxury. You got Hunter and Sylvia in the backfield. I mean, Hunter did that power run, maybe got a little winded, drinking the juice box on the sidelines. You bring in Sylvia fresh. How you stop him?
Very difficult indeed to do, and they're still looking for that answer. Kane Hunter again. Here we go. And again, look at the legs. Look at the turning.
I mean, come on now. He runs like a fullback. With a snowplow in the front of him.
It's been a lot of fun watching them mix this up as well, Kane and Pepe. Sylvia has done a really good job in short yardage situations. When they've needed a real brute of a run, they've gave it to Kane Hunter all night, and he's done a fantastic job with that as well. 2nd and 4, the clock continuing to run, really becoming a factor here. To Sylvia, stopped a yard short, and it's 3rd and 1, and in my opinion, do or die time for this defense.
Yeah, that defense has to do something. I mean, stop them behind the line, cause a turnover, blow it up on the, in the backfield. This is the time for the Lexington Miners defense to rise up.
3rd and 1. They do go run. Pepe Sylvia, he gets the 1st, just enough. This drive will continue, and the clock will continue to run.
Yeah, the clock is not Lexington's friend. I mean, pretty soon they're going to start burning timeouts here if Albuquerque keeps driving it like they are.
The winner goes on to advance to play what looks like it's going to be Pittsburgh. Last update we got, they were up by about 18 points. And so we could see a matchup between Pittsburgh and Albuquerque in the loser round. Lexington will go home as well as Philadelphia tonight unless something drastic changes. The run to Sylvia. Now he begins to take advantage. What a nice play to extend his body to get close to the sticks there. And we do have an update on that score as Pittsburgh wins. They have beaten Philadelphia 45-30. So if Albuquerque can hang on for 3 minutes and 5 seconds, they will go on to face Pittsburgh in the losers bracket semifinal on Monday night, December the 18th.
Congratulations, Pittsburgh.
But this game is far from over if Lexington can get a stop here. 2nd and inches. The handoff. Oh, a hurdling move right there by Pepe Sylvia. And he gets the first. And now, just as we mentioned, Pepe doing really well in short yardage situations, and he is beginning to take control of this game.
Yeah, I mean, you pick your poison. Sylvia, Hunter, at this point, I think the Miners' defense is a little gassed. I mean, I would call a timeout and, get some rest for that defense.
They definitely need a breather. They will get the 2-minute warning here coming up in about 15 seconds or so that will give them an opportunity to catch their breath. But what's going to happen before then? That's the big question. Will Albuquerque run a play? They will.
They ran it.
They run it with Sylvia to the left side, spin move, and gets more positive yards, 5-yard gain. And we are at the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes left in today's game. We hope you have enjoyed yourself. The winner plays Pittsburgh in the losers bracket semifinal on Monday night. Don't go anywhere. You'll want to catch the end of this one.
I mean, you can't. I mean, it's not going to be a highlight reel, but Renfro on that open field tackle with the defense gassed like that was a huge stop.
Lexington now still trying to catch their breath, trying to get a stop. Sylvia taking control. Sylvia turning ahead for the first down, and Lexington has to use timeout.
Oh my gosh! I mean, they cannot stop that duo in the backfield of Albuquerque. Sylvia and Hunter have just been having their way with the defense of Lexington.
First and goal to go. They stuff the box there, Lexington does. Brings everybody up and still Pepe, Sylvia gets into the end zone for the touchdown, and that's going to put coffin nails on this game as Albuquerque punches their ticket.
Yeah, I mean, that was a statement drive by the Adams. I mean, they want to show the league what they got, and on that drive right there, they just took command and almost at will took it down the field and put points on the board.
They certainly did, and with the extra point, they will go up 35-19. And of course, that is if he can complete the extra point here with 1:49 left in this game. The kick is good. And we will see if Lexington has anything left in the tank. Although they find themselves in a deep hole, you'll know they'll continue to fight. So at least put some points up on the board. And really, Charles, as we stop to look at it, this team, both of these teams played a great job tonight. Did a great job and have really grown so much since their last meeting at the beginning of December.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been a great game. I mean, Albuquerque kind of pulled out ahead here on the fourth quarter, but I mean, both teams are showing, they've got a roster full of stars, and the scouts in the league are just, chomping at the bit for draft day.
Parrish takes that one across to the 34-yard line. Folks, coming up next, the top two teams in the SFLM this season square off with a spot in the SFLM Championship January the 1st. It's on the line. Nashville at Chicago. Kickoff 10:15 p.m. Eastern right here on SFL YouTube. That's going to be one we're definitely going to watch. Minute 45 to go. And the Adams looking to beat Lexington for the second time this season. The pass is batted away, second down.
Another power pass there. And Sullivan Tyson, if he would have put both of those mitts on that ball, it would have been 42-19.
Charles, not to put you on the spot, my friend, but early thoughts on what is looking like it's going to be an Albuquerque-Pittsburgh matchup next week?
Well, I mean, if I were Pittsburgh, I would be a little nervous trying to contain that duo in the backfield and try to figure out some way to stop Aniquez as a wide receiver. I mean, all three of those have just been absolute nightmares to the Lexington Miners defense tonight.
3rd and 10 now for Lexington, just trying to keep the drive alive. Try to get some points on the board, continue to hone their craft. As you said, a lot of people looking, scouts looking for the majors. That pass tipped, and then West takes a shot afterwards.
I mean, Alexander West had a step on the wide receiver, and it was another one of those, a touch pass would have resulted in a different outcome on that play, I think.
And as expected, they'll go for it on 4th down. 3 wide receivers set up to the left, 1 to the right. Deion James in the backfield. That pass is complete. The drive continues to perish right at midfield, and they will take a timeout here.
I mean, at this point of the game, it's got to be pass. They don't have the luxury of handing it off to Deion James at this point. So the defense of Albuquerque is, going to have, cover 8. Everything's covered down deep.
They'll let you have the short yardage up front, but don't expect to go nowhere deep. Moore to pass. It is complete once again. That is Alexander West, close to the sticks, as they call another timeout.
Yep. At this point, you got to start thinking about, running some routes out to the sidelines so you can get out of bounds and stop the clock and not use your timeouts.
They have about less than a yard to go. I guess we'll call it inches, if you will. Moore back to pass.
There you go.
Complete. Once again, they're finding a rhythm here. That's to Ethan Flowers, who really, I'm sure they would have liked to have worked into the scheme of things much more today than they had an opportunity to do. They continue no huddle. That pass is complete again to West. He will stay in bounds, and the drive will continue. A minute and counting. West has over 100 yards receiving today. He's done that kind of silently today. Moore back to pass, going to the end zone, and that is incomplete. He was looking that way anyway. Again, looking for Ethan Flowers. 2nd down, we have less than a minute to go.
I mean, Ethan Flowers was there. The ball was there, but right when the ball hit him, he got lit up, and the ball just bounced out.
2nd down now. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. There goes Parrish in motion. You know they'll be looking his way. The pass complete, one-handed to the end zone. That is Cole for the touchdown.
Wow. That was a laser thrown by Chad Moore to Cole. I mean, there was a small window to get that ball, and Chad Moore just shows you his accuracy there. And wow, get some points on the board. And the scouts, opened their eyes on that pass.
That makes you wonder if they'd went to that hurry-up type tempo earlier in this game, if we might have seen a different story. Nevertheless, in the here and now, they're down by 10. They're going for 2. Try to make it an 8-point game if they can. They send Alexander West from the right to the left. He lines up to the left side. Pressure coming. That is tipped, almost intercepted, and it remains a 10-point game with 53 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're looking for some miracles, some balls bouncing the right way. I mean, it's slim, but it's going to be exciting.
And you'll expect them to go onside kick here, as that's the only option that they really have. And that's too easy. Picked up, and that will do it. Now you can expect Albuquerque to take a couple of knees, and they're heading on to face Pittsburgh in the losers bracket semifinal.
I mean, you have to give props to Marco Swift and Collins and Holdorf and J Rock for the job they did for Lexington. I think across the board they did everything they could to make their minor league players ready to be drafted, and they're a quality organization. I can't wait to see what they do next season.
Docked with the knee, and as we said, football to look forward to again coming up at 10 o'clock here for the SFL on YouTube. We've got Nashville and Chicago squaring off. Very excited for that one. And then, of course, on Monday we have, as we mentioned, Albuquerque and Pittsburgh. That one is going to be a lot of fun. So a lot of good football left to be played in this SFLM season as it draws to a close. Now, 2nd and 11, you expect them to take a knee here. They'll head into the locker room for a hometown celebration, you would think. Albuquerque, happy people tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to tip your hat to the Williams brothers and Chris Porter, Aaron Alexander, and Mickey Melillo for putting together a good game plan tonight and putting their quality players in the right position to succeed.
And that'll do it. Albuquerque moves on. Lexington goes home. Final score, Albuquerque 35, Lexington 25. And Charles, I would love to get your thoughts on this game once more before we close out tonight.
I mean, if I have game balls to hand out, I'm going to hand it out to the offensive line of the Adams, Brunter Grayjam, Kate Palmer. They kept the quarterback, Roquan Dots, clean. I mean, they've got the two-headed monster of Sylvia and Hunter, in the backfield running, basically had their way against the Lexington defense. And Aniquez, the wide receiver, was just a superstar out there, untouched, 16 receptions, 100-plus yards. I mean, whoever's playing them, Pittsburgh's playing them next week, I mean, they're definitely going to be losing some sleep trying to scheme against these guys.
Certainly a fun night indeed, a great night of football. It never was really out of the question. Such a tightly contested game until the very end there of the fourth. Folks, that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Dockery, my name is Cameron Duty. Albuquerque moves on to meet Pittsburgh Monday night. Do tune in. You'll want to see that one. Final time from Albuquerque. Albuquerque 35, Lexington 25. Have a good night. We'll see you next time on the SFLM on YouTube.